Hi everyone, it's Carrie Newton here with Parker Properties, and I took a little break from doing a video series on just like helpful tips and helpful information. I took that break because we have kind of a large home renovation going on, and it took a little bit of, took all of my attention, if I'm being honest, for a couple of weeks, but now I kind of want to get back on track. So this video is going to be about insurance, homeowners insurance, which I am currently dealing with. So I want to continue to pass along like knowledge that I learn as I go through the process of dealing with homeowners insurance. So everybody pull out your homeowners insurance policy. I know you've got those readily available. Probably read them on the daily because it's such an interesting information, but everybody pull those out. And I want you guys to look at, on my policy, it's called dwelling coverage or coverage A. I'm assuming it's probably the same on everyone's policy, but it's the total amount of coverage that you have for your property. So essentially, if your property were to burn to the ground today, what is the total amount of coverage that your insurance is willing to give you? Now so all you insurance people don't like scream and holler and say I'm passing out bad information, but they offer some supplements and some additional percentages, like if it doesn't meet the total value, but probably not enough coverage. Okay, so we're going to go under the assumption that your property burns to the ground today and you need to rebuild your property. Well, when you originally purchased your property, your total coverage amount was probably what you paid for it, because you called up your insurance company. You said, hey, I'm going to buy this house, beautiful house on 123 Main Street. I'm going to pay $100,000 for it, and that's what they wrote in there, total coverage $100,000. Well, as we all know, our real estate market has done what? Has gone through the roof. So everyone needs to pull out their insurance information, go online, log in, call, do whatever you've got to do. Get a copy of your homeowner's insurance policy and look at what your total coverage is, okay? Just for example, that 123 Main Street, right? Okay, so 123 Main Street, I bought it. It was beautiful. I paid $100,000 for it. Insurance is going to, they've got a formula, they've got an algorithm that they probably increase your total coverage annually by a certain percent, okay? But that percent does not match what the current market has done. So what you need to do is find out what your property is currently worth. If you are a past client of mine, you have recently gotten an email from me that is going to update you every 6 months on what your property is currently worth, what some of the comps, what some of the comparables are to your property, and a rough estimate of what your property is currently worth. If you're not a past client of mine and you're interested in knowing what your property is worth, just give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. I'll help you. No obligation. I'm not going to try to list your house for you. But for this purpose, okay, find out what your property is currently worth. Look at your insurance, your total coverage, coverage A. They're going to be off a lot. You need to call your insurance company and you need to raise your total coverage to what your property is currently worth. Okay, so just imagine that your property burns to the ground and the insurance cuts you a check and you can't rebuild the house that you currently have for anywhere close to the amount of money that your insurance company just gave you. That could happen, okay? So it's a wise idea to make sure that you are insuring your house for close to or exactly what your property is worth, okay? So yeah, pull out those insurance policies, look at your total coverage A, make sure that you are insuring enough money to rebuild your property. Your homeowner's insurance might go up if you raise that though, guys, if you raise that total coverage. But take it from someone who's going through an insurance claim. I would rather have enough money to rebuild my property than to not get enough, money. if my house were to burn to the ground. So yeah, pull those out. Like I said, if you're a past client of mine, you should have gotten an email from me in the last couple of weeks that tells you what your property is currently worth. It'll automatically update you every 6 months. If you're not a past client of mine, give me a call, 210-288-0441. Shoot me a text to the same number, or you can email me, and I'm going to put my email at the top of this post. And I will send you a CMA for what I believe your property is currently worth. It's going to be close to it. We do need to see the interiors and more detail to give you an exact figure, but it's going to be close. It's going to be close enough for the purposes of this, for the insurance. And like I said, no obligation. I'm not going to call you. I'm not going to try to list your house. Of course, if you want to list, I would love to. But if you don't, and you just want to know the information just for insurance purposes, call me. Okay? So I hope you guys found this video to be helpful. I hope it's good information. If you know someone else that might be interested in hearing this information, you can share the post, or you can just tell them to come to my page and watch it. So just want to educate you guys. Education's power. Have a good day.